Okay.
This call is home.
Okay, so we are going to do a lot of practicals tonight. So I'm just trying to comment, launch my interface here. I can hear myself. Please, let's mute our mics, please. Mute your mics. Mute your mics.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. So present. Okay, I'm just trying to share my screen.
Share my
Um, yeah, present. Our presentation. Share. So I'm sharing my screen now. Yeah. Awesome. So you're all welcome to network has started today again. Network has started today again. Okay. So you're all welcome to day 2 of our graphics design tutorial, a graphic design bootcamp for medics. Again, this event is organized by Health Expert, a community of healthcare professionals looking to grow their tech skills. Okay. So yes, yesterday we talked about the fundamentals of design. We talked about the principles of design. We looked at elements. We, talked about design, what makes a good design yesterday, right? Now, today we are going hands-on into designing with Canva. Okay. We're going to be talking about designing with Canva, how to design with Canva. Yesterday we talked about the various design tools. Yesterday we talked about the various design tools. I think we made mention of the various design tools. But today we are, for the purpose of this bootcamp, we are focusing on Canva as, the design tool. I mean, no matter there are several out there, it's Canva that we are using or that we will be using. Okay, so yeah. Our learning outcome for this evening, yeah, our learning outcome for this evening is this. Okay, we're going to be talking about what design tools are. We're going to be discussing what Canva is. You need to understand what Canva is in the first place. Okay, then why Canva is to be used as a design tool. Why personally I advocate the use of Canva. Okay, we're talking about Canva versus other tools, Canva Pro versus the free one. Should go Pro or should we keep using the free one? Why use Canva at all? Right? We'll also be we then go on into a live demo. We'll be talking about we creating the account. Some persons message me and we're having issues creating their own Canva account. So yes, we're having a demo on how to create a Canva account. We do a quick run through on the Canva interface and then we'll start designing using the templates. Okay. So yes, first things, let me introduce myself. My name is Martin Eyube. I am a registered nurse by profession. I'm a human capital development advocate. I advocate for people to, grow, to be better, to do better, to evolve into their higher self and their full potential. Okay. And I'm also the founder of Health Expert, a community of healthcare professionals looking to grow their experiences. Okay. I'm, of course, a Canva designer, web designer, video editor, and by and large, I'm an administrator. Okay. I'm the person you go to when you need to plan things out. Okay. When organizations or systems are beginning to shake, I'm the guy you come to for, strategic positioning. Okay. So that's just me. I have been using Canva. Personally, I've been using Canva to design for as long as I can remember, since as far back as 2016, 2017, thereabout. That's when I first found Canva. Um, I like to share the experience because when I designed Canva, that got me to start using Canva. Okay. Um, in school, I needed to design a flyer for an event. Okay, and I needed a tool to use. Of course, I came across several tools. In fact, the first one I used some different ones, but they were difficult for me to navigate. Okay, so what I had to do was for that event, for the flyer, I had to use Microsoft Word. And if you use Microsoft Word, there is only so much you can do, right? I use Microsoft Word, use it. It was passable. Okay, I still have the designs. I still have the design, so the certificate made, right? Then I came across Poster My Wall. Poster My Wall was actually a pretty good interface software to use, a web app to use. But the issue I had with Poster My Wall was that they always leave a footmark, right? A watermark rather at the bottom of your design, right? I mean, why tell everybody that this is what I use to design my work, right? It doesn't make any sense, right? So yeah, that was my issue with Poster My Wall. Um, I haven't used Poster My Wall since 2017. I'm pretty sure it's 2017. I haven't even opened that website at all. But I found Canva somehow, and because of my findings, I found Canva, and I saw that Canva was, it had templates that I could just edit. And when I export my work, it doesn't leave any footmark, maybe Canva not. I mean, I was like, hey, this is a tool that adds so much functionality. And fast forward several years later, in fact, almost all my visual designs, I use Canva for them. Even when I build websites, it's Canva I use to design the graphics I use for websites. Okay. So yes. Now, moving on into our actual session for today. What are design tools? Okay. Design tools are basically just software applications that help designers create and manipulate, digital graphics, illustrations, and layout. Okay. Basically, these are tools that we use in design. These are softwares, these are programs, applications, web applications, and all of that designers use. You and I, but designers to a certain degree, right? We use to manipulate graphics, okay, to position graphics to communicate the message we want to communicate, right? The whole purpose of visual media or visual graphic design is communication, right? So design tools are basically tools that help you communicate using visual media. Okay. Now, the most common um, graphic design tools out there are, we have Corel Draw, we have Figma, which is becoming very popular now. For product designers, uh, mostly product designers, they use Figma a lot. Even web designers, web developers, they use Figma a lot. You have Adobe Illustrator, and then you have Canva, amongst others. Okay. Fun fact: Canva was developed by a tutor in Australia for the purpose of having a place where all her students can just go create some simple designs and presentations. That was how Canva started. Okay, I think in 2016. Um, unless I'm wrong about that, or somewhere around, it's like recent history. So yeah. Now, Canva is a free-to-use online graphic design tool created with a mission of empowering everyone in the world to design anything and publish anywhere. Okay, with Canva, their mission is just to enable anybody, whether you have design experience, you have design knowledge or not, right? Then you can design for whatever purpose you want to design, be it social media post, presentation, posters, videos, logos, whatever. Okay, most of my design presentations, I use Canva to design them. Either I'm using Canva or I'm using Google Slides to prepare them, right? My posters, of course, I use Canva as well. Okay. Last year, Nurses Week, I made a video for Nurses Week, right? Of course, it was Canva I used as well. When you see the video, you wouldn't really know that it was Canva I used, except at the end when I had to, I felt like I might as well give credit to Canva and the Canva team, right? Make videos on Canva as well as, you can also create a landing page, a simple website on Canva as well, right? So yeah, you can do so much using Canva. Now, when I discuss with professionals, a lot of them, professional designers, graphic designers, a lot of them have complaints about Canva. In fact, a lot of them talk down on Canva a lot. Okay, why? They say one of the reasons is because Canva has made designing accessible to everybody. So now even people without the knowledge of design can go ahead and create their designs, right? The problem that has created is that we now have a lot of amateurs out there that are just pumping out visual design that are usually visually disturbing, visually unappealing, and they're just nuisance basically, right? So, and of course, it's also taking work away from these guys, right? As the professional designers, right? A lot of them have issues with Canva. But now we're going to talk about the pros and cons. Why should we even consider using Canva in the first place, right? Why should you think of using Canva? What are the pros of Canva? What are the cons of using Canva, right? Um, the pros and cons of using Canva are really simple. Canva it has a user-friendly interface. It's very, very simple to navigate. Okay, we won't see like too many options, too many menus, and you begin to struggle and you get overwhelmed by that. A lot of tools I have seen, be it graphics design tools, that's graphic design tools, or video editing tools, or web development. One of the things that discouraged me a lot when it comes to tech is, when I see that there's too many options, it wears me out mentally, right? When the menus are disturbing and they're not well organized, it turns me off basically, right? So yes, Canva has a very, very simple interface, a user-friendly interface. Um, it has an extensive template library. There's almost nothing you want to design for that there is no template available on Canva. Okay. There's a free version, lifetime. My Canva account, I have created it since as far back as the first time I found Canva, which was, I think 2016. I'm not really sure anymore, but I think somewhere around 2016. And since then, I have been using my account for free. I have not had to pay. Okay, of course, there are functionalities that are not that you can use without the premium version, the pro version. But I mean, it's still able to perform the duties that I want. My designs, my presentations, it's done using Canva. My majority of my flyers out there, I made them using Canva. I actually started using Canva. I actually started using the pro version of Canva fairly recently, right? So I think some persons are complaining about network. I hope you can. I hope you can all hear me though. Can you hear me? I hope you can all hear me. Yes. You cannot hear me clearly. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Great. Thank you. Okay. So yeah. Um. It's free, right? You have the free version of Canva, and unlike a majority of those tools out there, like again, Poster My Wall, which I have used, I don't really have Poster My Wall except that in fact, Poster My Wall has more functionality than Canva. Okay, so if you want, you can try Poster My Wall or come, right? Has a lot more functionalities than Canva. Even some of the premium stuff you find on Canva, Poster My Wall has it for free, which is so is that made me poster my wall they always leave. I don't want to. Don't come and maybe announce me in public yet. Don't come and follow my hand, right? Canva is free. It has collaborative features in the sense you can be designing with several people, a team of people, okay, on the same design at the same time. Okay. It's a web-based application. In a sense, you have to use the internet. So since you're having to use the internet to design your work, to do your work, it makes it easy for, like it automatically saves, automatically backs up, so that, when let's say you're designing and let's say your PC, your device goes off or crashes or shuts down, NEPA happens and battery dies, you don't lose your work. It has happened to me a lot when using, when doing computing, right? It happens. You're trying to type something or preparing something, and the PC goes up, and you're like shouting. Everybody's wondering what has happened. You don't know. You just didn't save your work. Canva saves you that trouble because as you're working, it's saving. As you're working, it's saving automatically. Why? Because it's on the cloud, right? It's a web-based application. Then, of course, there are regular updates, regular additions. I'll tell you. The features that are on Canva now, when I started using Canva, a lot of them were not there. Video editing wasn't part of Canva. Okay, but now you can edit videos, you can tweak your photos, you can even generate, use AI to generate images and all that in Canva itself, right? You can use Canva to generate content as well, and all of these things, right? Like the features, it's just keeps evolving. Canva keeps evolving, right? There are constant updates and additions to Canva, right? It has a drag and drop functionality in the sense you can easily fix, edit it and manipulate the elements that are there. Of course, you have a customizable brand kits for consistency throughout your designs. And of course, it has a stock photo library, stock photo, video, and audio library integrated. In a sense, you can get photos and videos that you won't have to start, paying for professionally made ones that you won't have to start paying for, and all of that. And you will, if you use them even for commercial purposes, you won't be faced with copyright infringement. You understand? So some of the cons of Canva, however, is that Canva has limited advanced design features. Like I said, there are a number of tools that a number of these tools, a number of other design tools, there are a lot of things that Canva cannot. I mean, it can only do so much, right? It has limited advanced design features, but it takes professionals to actually, there are those features are usually features that professionals need. For a starter, a design, I mean, Canva is, it has quite the sufficient features, right? Generate templates. If you see out there, especially on social media, on Instagram and what have you, you see that a lot of designs, they look similar to a certain degree. That's because a lot of them use um, a lot of them use templates, Canva templates, right? So even when you're designing and using templates, what I like to do is, in as much as it may be a generic template, of course, you start off with what is available with a simple template, just edit it as little as you can get, and you go on with that. Then, of course, as you get better in design, you begin to evolve your design skills, right? You begin to improve upon it such that you make your work stand out uniquely. You understand? um it can become costly, especially when you want to get Canva Pro. I think Canva Pro in Nigeria for a single account goes for 23,000 and some fractions a year annually, right? I mean, it's so someone who's just starting out, it's pretty expensive, yes. Number of the features you can actually get a number of the features on, and there are other tools we will talk about that you can use for some of the features, but yeah, it can get costly, especially for someone who's just starting out, right? It has limited file export option, especially the free one. There are, formats that you cannot export in. There are things you cannot do. I mean, it's obvious, right? Dependent on internet connection. One of the issues I say, the moment they make Canva to start working offline, like as far as I'm concerned, every other design tool is dead. Seriously. The one issue that I have with Canva right now is the fact that if the internet, and Nigeria is the problem we are facing. The internet is very, very as unreliable as NEPA. You get. So I mean, it's a problem, but hey, you gotta make do what you have, right? Um, yeah, limited font customization. You can only do so much with the font. You can't really manipulate it as much as you want. Again, that is a limitation that certain Canva features design tools like Photoshop, Adobe, Illustrator, and the likes. Again, this can be easily resolved when you're using the Pro feature. So there is that. Soil limitations. Again, there's only so much storage that Canva can give to you when you're designing. Right? Of course, there's also intellectual property concerns in the sense you're using someone else's work. You know, you don't really give yourself the opportunity to think creatively so much, right? Of course, as you're still designing, you're still thinking creatively, but coming up with your own ideas, your own style, it takes a certain amount of expertise, right? So next, we'll be talking about, which you go for, Canva Pro versus Canva Free. Should you keep using free? Should you keep using The free version has a lot of features, okay, but again, as with almost anything, the pro is often always the pro is of course better, right? Canva free has a bunch of templates with photos, graphic elements, videos, but you see oftentimes those really fancy ones, elements and photos and fonts and what have you that you may want to use, oftentimes you come to find out that they are paid for. So what do? You have to go and use an external tool, get an external tool or an external source or third party source, and then get the media you want or elements you want, and then come and right. You only have 5 gigabytes of cloud storage. Okay. However, the Pro gives you 100 gigabytes. Right. Again, you can just see your screen for the pros and cons. You know. Now, some of the features that what some of the features that Canva Pro has that the free one, the premium doesn't really have, right? Is one the fact that there is a limited, you can see here, there is only you only get access to about 200,000, that's 200K free photos, right? 13K free videos, 1.7K free fonts, and it's not so much, right? Compared to the Pro, where you get like 71 million free photos and 4.5 million free graphic elements and all of these things. You see, when you use certain, again, we'll come to demonstration shortly, a few minutes, okay? That's when you see like photos that you really want, and they have the position and the whatever that you really want, you come to find out that they are pro. You come to find out that they are pro. What do you do? Right? You can go out to get. Now, one of the features, another feature that Canva Pro has is the fact that you can remove background from the photo. Okay. Now that is a feature that's available in Canva Pro. So you don't necessarily need to like go out, like start okay, using a photo with so much background that it becomes disturbing, and it doesn't really communicate your message very well, right? However, there are still tools you can use to overcome some of the limitations of Canva Pro, okay, or of the free Canva, right? Using a tool like a website like remove.bg, I'm going to demonstrate that. Okay, using a tool like remove.bg allows you to remove backgrounds from Right. Allows you to remove background from photos, right? Pexels.com is is a website where you can get free stock photos, videos, and what have you, right? A little limited. There are others. FreePic is there. What is other? Several others, right? That you can actually go get some free, you know, professional photos, videos, and what have you. Now, Bing.com, the reason why I say Bing.com here is because Bing now has the Copilot, Bing Copilot. Okay, when you go on, you can even download the mobile app on your phone. When I design, I use the mobile app. Now, if you see our design, our flyer for this event, let's go take it back a little. If you see our flyer for this event, you see this lady that you're seeing here, right on the flyer, this female nurse you're seeing here. That was actually generated using AI. I tried searching for picture of a female or of a nurse using holding a computer system and all that. I wasn't getting any. I had to just go on and use, artificial intelligence, generated an image, and voila, I have something I can use, right? So yes, you can also do that using Canva Pro. Okay, Canva Pro now has AI integrated into it. However, if you cannot, you're not going for Canva Pro yet, you have Bing.com. Just go to Copilot and then, in case you want me to demonstrate how to generate images using Copilot, you can let me know in the that's on the group, probably at the end of the session, and let me know on the group, and then so I'll just explain or make a short video recording about it. Again, you can just go on YouTube and find some of these resources there. Okay. Now, onto the demonstration part of our session, we covered the basic theoretical part of our session tonight. Okay, we still have a minute. Okay, so now we're going to go into the first part of our session, of our demo session, and that is creating your Canva account. Now, for the sake of we're having to, I know a lot of us have created our Canva account already. We have a Canva account already, but then again, there are those who don't. There are those who don't have the Canva accounts yet. Okay, And there are those who are struggling to get their accounts. What do? We have to make provisions for everybody. The whole purpose of this bootcamp is such that everybody gets to learn, right? So yes, we are going to create our accounts now. Just give me a moment. So give me a moment. Let it up. Okay. Okay. Um, Goodness gracious. Okay. So I am gonna change the screen now. Just stop the screen on the presentation. Now you can see this presentation is made using Canva. My this PowerPoint made using Canva. And of course, I can also, create this. You know, Canva also has this recording tool. Whereas I'm presenting, I can be recording as well. But that's topic for discussion for another day. Okay. So let me just change. In Yep. So stop presenting. Okay. So now I'm going to open a new browser. Okay. I want to use a different browser altogether, a different Chrome user, so that you can see, like, so that we go together, right? You can see me creating the account from start, right? Um, sharing. Can you see my screen? Can see my screen? Can see the Chrome homepage, right? Yes. Okay. Seems like it's still loading. Okay. Great. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. So yesterday, last night, one thing I did was I sent the link to the Canva mobile app on the Play Store, right? On Google Play Store. I had sent the link to the app on the Play Store on the group, but then that's on the mobile app, right? You can use it on the mobile app. Now, the interface is similar, not exactly the same, but has almost the same features. Okay, just minor changes in position and all of that. Okay, but for the purpose of this demonstration, we are going to be using a PC computer system, and we're going to be using the web. Okay, now someone messaged me and asked me if Canva has um, a desktop application. That's an application for desktop, also for computer system also. And yes, they do. However, I don't really see much difference between using the web directly and, okay, probably except for the fact that it's easier to access when you have the mobile app. But then, it uses extra RAM in the system and all of that. Too much headache for me. So because of that, I prefer just going to the web. I had it installed on my system some time ago. I had to uninstall it. It wasn't really doing it for me. So I used the web. Okay. So what you do, the web app. So what you do, you just come up to www.canva.com. Again, I'm sure you don't really need to type www. How many W is that? All the plenty W's before the Canva.com, right? You can just Canva.com, right? I had also sent this on the group as well as the mail. Okay. But again, at the end of the session tonight, I'll send the link. Now, when you log in, when you open the web page, it's going to bring you to this interface here. Okay. What will you design today? Canva makes it easy to create and share professional design tips. So you can create documents, whiteboards. You can even do whiteboard animation here, right? Whiteboard animations here, presentations, your social media handles, videos, you can create websites, Instagram posts, brochures, you can edit, you can just form purposes of editing photos, these are various Canva packages, right? When you create a Canva, when you're doing Canva Pro, you have, I think, 30 days free trial for Canva Pro. The first time I used Canva Pro, dear God, that day I said I wasn't going back. Okay. One of our partners, our training partners, Last Skill Training Center at Health Expert, Last Skill Training Center, they actually sponsored some persons that at Revamp conference in November last year, sponsored about 5 persons. Well, a number of persons. I don't remember exactly how many. Sponsored a number of persons with Canva Pro, and today they are designing. I see the work. So one of them still reaches out every so often, to fix our work. And yeah, even I told now use Canva Pro. It's design, get to that point, and then go for it. Yeah. Okay. So when you come here, Canva.com, it brings you to this interface. You can use get started, brings you to the login. The login pop-up comes up, right? Log in, sign up, whichever one. Now, if you already have your account, all you need to do is sign up. If you already have your account, all you need to do is sign in. If you don't, you just, close that. You can come to your login here if you already have an account. If you don't have an account yet, you come to sign up. Okay. However, one thing I always encourage, one thing I advise in situations like this, especially when you see that there is social login. See, continue with Google. This is social login. Some places you will see continue on some websites, you will see continue with LinkedIn, continue with uh, Facebook. Right? That's the common one. Continue with Facebook, continue with LinkedIn, continue with Apple ID. Right? I always encourage, I advise, if you have Google, I advise just use for Google. Okay. Now, I always tell people, okay, have two Google accounts or two Gmail ID. Okay. One for official businesses. Okay. The one that you put in your CV, you mail for, corporate communication, format communication, the one that you cannot afford to miss out on information, right? Use that one. For me, martin@gmail.com. Simple, right? Then you now have the second email ID. The second one is the one that you can have, even if they hack it, nothing. And of course, make sure that you are secured in your details. But in situation like this where you have to log into third-party servers, websites and stuff, you just use that one for those subscription newsletters and stuff like that. You use the second mail. Okay. So for me, I'm going to use my what I call my junk mail. Okay. It's loading. It's loading. Oh, see what I was telling you about Canva. If your network is bad, well, you have to keep waiting. Okay. So yeah. So I'm going to use this. It's my junk mail. You see my screen, right? Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Okay. So sign into Canva using this account. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Continue. Okay. So it's signing me in. And after you've entered your details, of course, you can still go ahead and create your account using your email, but that's like long process. Then, like verification, like verify the email ID, and all of that. So much work that it's necessary. Understand? So just use the social login when you're get your just use your social login, right? Okay, so it has brought up, after signing me in, it has brought up this, try Canva Pro for free for 30 days. Yeah, no, I don't want. Just use this X thing here and just cancel that. Now, officially or unofficially, I'd like to welcome you to your Canva account. These are all designs that I have done using Canva and using Canva. Okay, the designs with this account. Yeah, so I like to officially or unofficially, no, officially welcome each and every one of you, especially the new Canva users, to Canva. Okay, you're welcome. We hope that you enjoy your design experience. Okay, so yeah, this is the Canva interface, the home page. Okay, after you've logged in, you will see, there is the tutorials here. You can always come and learn, design school, Canva blog, events, and all that. Canva also has tournaments that you can register for. You have Canva education, where you can, different features for tutors, people that are into education, right? For your business communication, right? You have different features here as well. Okay. Design spotlight. You have the various things you can design using Canva here. Okay, that's design spotlight. Okay. So look, play around it. What whatever it is that you want to design, okay. Every depend on the purpose of your design, every design has its unique dimension. That's the size, the width, and the height. You understand? It has the very dimension. So you have the starting from here, okay. You have this search bar here where you can just come and search for whatever it is you want. Let's say um webinar Instagram post, right? So you can just search, right? Network is slow, network is slow. Okay, so see here, it's bringing out all my projects. Okay, you see designs. These are my work, the work I have done. Okay, so that's because you see here, you see this where my console is moving around here. You see that it is, on project. So instead, just switch it back to templates. Okay. So if you haven't designed any work, for those of you just starting out with Canva, that the design section or project section will most likely be empty for you, definitely be empty for you. Okay, so you just take it back to template and get template. Okay, the network is acting up. Network is acting up. So see, this is one of the major downsides of using Canva. The moment the network isn't good, so it's difficult. But you can also hear me, right? And you can see my screen, right? Really sure. Oh, not clear enough. Oh wow. Hassana Omeje. I hope you can hear me better now. Can you? Okay. Yes. Yes. Awesome. Hmm. I used to say Airtel is the best network in Nigeria, but now Airtel is even falling my hands. Eh? Okay, so like I said earlier, I'm going to do my best to make sure that I run through this session again, hopefully with better network and better conditions, so that, you can have this recording. Okay. Um, okay. Now, while we wait for this thing to load, I am trying to load two pages right now. Okay, this one has opened up. Okay, so we're searching for Instagram post, right? Oh, webinar Instagram post. And this is about wow, wow, wow. Okay, so if you see here, while we're waiting for our search results here to load, okay, very good. While waiting for that to load, if you see here, you will see that there are different menus here, different menu options here. Okay, you can just, if you want to do a presentation, prepare a presentation like you saw me use a few minutes ago. I set up a meeting tonight. You can just come here, use presentation. You want to create a social media post, you can just come here and click on social media, and you see the different dimensions for different social media posts to come up. Right, you have the Instagram square, which is 1080 by 1080 pixels, Facebook posts, Instagram story, WhatsApp status, Facebook cover, like even your Instagram video, sorry, TikTok video, your YouTube thumbnail, right? You can also do that here. Now, if you want to even create, you have a YouTube channel, you want to create an intro for a YouTube channel, you can also do that here, right? Using, of course, the video editor, right? Your animated social media, YouTube banner, and various things so social media is concerned, right? If you want to make videos also, need to assemble videos. There are also other things you can do using the video. Of course, here you have, you can show the beats. This background edit removal is a pro feature. That's why you can see this pro at the corner here. Okay, so you can see video. You can just come, starting from scratch, right? Your mobile video, that's the one that is portraits, starting up, right? Your Facebook video, Instagram reel, TikTok video, YouTube video, horizontal command like the one I had made about nurses last week, nurses week last year, YouTube video ad, different videos for different purposes. Okay. So what we're going to do for this demo session is we're going to do create an Instagram post. Okay, an Instagram square post. Okay, so just click on Instagram square post there. I don't want to switch over to my free account, my free account. Aha. So remember the sets we've been waiting to load. Webinar Instagram posts, you can see, like this. Now the good thing is everything you see, almost everything you see on these designs, on these templates, they are editable. Okay. Now you will see. Okay, let me zoom in so I mean you'll see this a little better. Now, if you see like this, um, that's too much. If you see like this particular flyer, this particular this template here now, right? This one here. If you see it has a scroll written on it, it means you cannot edit it. You may see there are some that you can see edit. But this is free. No. Okay. So if it's pro, what I do is I have it on one page and then I go over to another page and start designing from scratch. Okay, a lot more work. That's when I was using only the free one. Okay, a lot more work, yes, but hey, got my work done for me, right? You have this one now. You see, like this one here now, it shows paid and it has the Naira mark on it, right? What this one, let me zoom in so you see better. What this one means is that there are specific individual, like just one element in it. Okay, is a pro element. You need to pay for it. So instead of paying to have access to all the pro features, you can just pay for only that element. You understand? Let's say it is just the picture. Let's say just this little picture, or maybe just the font, or just one this color inside that is pro. Okay. So instead of paying pro for the entire package, okay, you have access to everything. You can just pay few $1,000, and you just get, or $100, and you just get the entire thing. I don't really know how much individual elements cost. Right? Oh wow. Okay. I saw one I really liked. Yeah, I like this one. Oh, it's pro. Okay. So let's just pick one that will work with let's pick one that isn't too complicated. It's just simple. Yeah, sure. Let's pick this one. Now you see when you click on the particular template, it brings up this page, this way you choose to customize the design. Okay. Now the thing is, by the time you click on that template, it brings up the template, and then Canva has this feature called Magic Recommend. Okay, Magic Recommend is simply a feature that automatically recommends similar designs or similar elements for you. Okay, since you like this one, maybe you like this also. It's something that looks like this. You understand? So let's see what design recommendations are there for us. Great. So you see, this is the one we clicked on, and then you see these recommendations. Have similar styles, and what have you there, right? Oh, I really like this one, especially to highlight, speaker. Okay, so let's use this. Okay, so just we can customize this design. All right, this is where we clicked on Instagram post earlier. Right. So when you just come, you click on this or on any of these menus here. Now, note that at the home page, right? These are just the menu. It's telling you this is what you can create. You understand? These are not the exact templates. Okay. But when you go to the home page, that's where you see the templates. Okay. This shows you, yeah. So you see templates down here. You see all the templates. Instagram post templates. You see Instagram post templates here. You see, but this, what I showed you, just using the search bar is a faster, more efficient way to, get the templates that you will use for your design. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So it's loading here. Great. Now, let's say you want to create, we have Instagram posts, we have Instagram carousel posts, where, you have one post that has like up to 10 pages, like 2 to 10 pages of carousel, right? Now, you can also just come to your search thing, or search bar, right? And search for the carousel. Hope that's spelling is correct. So sorry it's taking this long, but the network is pretty bad. I was hoping by 8 p.m. we'll be done with exploring the entire interface, homepage and the design interface as well. So we use 8 to 8:30 for the design, but this network is wonderful. It is truly wonderful. Okay. So yeah, let's pick a design. Let's pick a design. Okay. So of course, now before we start designing, now this is the design interface, right? This is where the magic happens, where the design magic happens. Okay. So now just to go through the menu you have, the options you have, right? The first thing you have here is the design. Here is where you when you click on design, it brings you, the various templates. So you set for templates, you explore existing templates. You can just use a search also to search for like, a template of your choice that you can, just either to get ideas or to, if I was thinking about making money or something, this is a very nice design again from templates, right? This was recently used because these are designs that I used recently. Okay. These are other recommendations. Okay. The other recommendations. Yeah. The next are elements. Elements, I don't think we mentioned this yesterday, but elements are the various components of your design. Okay. The elements are the things that make up your design. Okay. You have your lines, your shapes, your colors, your lines, your shapes, your pictures, your graphics, that's the illustrations, sketches, GIFs, what else is there? Mockups and all of that, right? Those are all your elements. Okay. So here you have AI image generator. Now, Canva free actually has access to the AI generator as well, image generator, yeah, image generator, but it's very limited. So I only use it, or I used to use it when when the new release, I use it just for a few images. After generating, I think about 10 images, no 50 50 from when it was done, like that was it, and like I was still playing around with it, and I didn't really, I didn't really get what I wanted, right? So if you have Pro, you can do that, or you just use Binge, generate your images. Of course, Binge also has a limitation. I think it has only 60 tokens. You can only generate 60 times. Okay. But then there are other. I think next, either this month March or next month April, but between now and May, we'll have our AI bootcamp, AI masterclass, such that we also see the various AI tools that are out there. Canva also has DALI. So, okay, so now going back to elements, right? So you can see the various categories of elements. You have shapes, you have graphics, AI image generator, you have stickers, you have photos, videos, audio, charts. When you want to make your charts or visual presentation, tables, frames. Now, these frames are basically elements that you can insert other elements in. Okay, so frames are, you put frames there, and then you can insert other elements, like your pictures, your videos into them. Okay, so that way you are able to, like trimming, like when you're using Photoshop, for instance, you can like create certain kind of patterns on your designs and your pictures and all that. So Canva, you can't really make such patterns or cuts and stuff like that. So what you do, just get a frame that's is that has a similar shape. Let me just show you what I mean by that. Right. Yeah, so you have basic shapes for frames. So what's going to happen now is I'm just going to keep the frames here. Just see the frames. I'm going to adjust down. Just see the frames. Film and photo. And this network is messing up, messing up, messing up, messing up. Okay. So this is like a phone. This is like a laptop. Okay, let's use this laptop. Right? So you see these green lines and cloud. This simply indicates that okay, you can put something here, right? You can insert a picture, a video, a visual media into that, and it takes up that space. Okay. So you have film, those designs that have like this paper cuts kind of effects, right? Use this to create, like to probably trim whatever design element picture it is to be like a flower or something, you can use the design and blobs and these ones, you also have the ones that have frames, the ones that are like figures, shapes and all that. It just, the options are there, right? There's so many. Then here, of course, this is where you choose your text. Okay. If you want to insert a text box into your design, you just come here. This is for heading, H1, this is for subheading or subtitle. This is for the body of your text. Okay. Now, of course, when you click on the text box like this, and you bring a text box in, a text box basically is this box. You see this line, this box. This is basically where you can type in text. Okay, so when you click on it, you also see this, all these options here, right? If you don't click on it, let's click out now. You see the options, and those options are no longer there. Understand? The options here now are to edit the background. Let me change this background color. You see black, right? So here you come here, you click on the empty space, okay, and then you just come to this color place here, and then you choose a different color. So I'm going to change that back to white. So that's what we're doing. Yeah. So that's that. Then animation, if you want to animate the page, sliding, bounce, all of those things, they are there. Positions, by the time you have multiple elements, you see how we arrange positions and stuff, right? So yes, now for the text, you click on the text. If you want to change, you come here to this place here, you come here, you can click on it, and then various font types will come up. Right now, you can see this particular font has a crown by the side. That's because it is pro. Okay, but you have quite a number of free fonts that you can actually use. Personally, the font I use most of the time, Poppins, Merriweather. I use Anton. I use Table Black sometimes. I use Script. Yeah, just you can explore, see the ones you want. You can also search on the net and check for font combinations. Fonts like this, Canva sans, right? Like Poppins and what have you, right? So that's how you change your font. Now, this is where you come to change the font size. Okay, you can just enter a figure here, between 50, and you see it change the font size changes. Or you can just use this plus to increase, minus to reduce, right? Then this is where you click on this. You see this color thing here. That's where you change the text color. You can choose any color of your choice. If you have a color in mind, you can just in this search bar here, can just type the name of the color, let's say red, and you see red and various shades of red comes up, right? Okay, we didn't really go into it's a 3 days course that I really go in depth into color theory and all of that, color combinations and all that. But this time we skip. I think I brushed briefly on it yesterday, no? Yeah, I did. I did. Okay. So this is where you come to bolden the text for italics. Now, yesterday we mentioned alignment, right? Don said, okay, alignment is basically you bringing the elements um, to one side or to a particular position, on the grid, right? Now, if you see this text, you see this text box, okay? The text is right in the middle of this text box, right? Now, when you check this alignment here, you see it's in the middle alignment. That's why you see, okay, these lines are irregular. They are more to the center. You understand? However, if I change that alignment, click on it now, you see it's now aligned to the right or to the left. You understand? You see it has moved to the left of the text box, right? I click on it, it's complete alignment. That it aligns from left to right, complete. Okay. Then I click on it again, it aligns to the right this time. Again, central alignment. Okay. So here is for bullet points or bullet point figures, Then this is for spacing. Remember, I talked about white space, right? So this is for letter spacing to increase the space between the alphabets in the word. This is for line to increase the spacing between the lines, right? Effects. Effects are various. This is where you come to choose the different effects that you want to give to the text. Okay. Again, during your free time, I'll advise, I'll encourage to play with it. Okay. Animation, again, just choose some animations that you want to have effects on your design. Okay. Position is in a situation whereby, okay, you want this thing to be in the middle, your hand is shaking, and All you just do, click on that element, come to position, come to position. Now, if it's that it's actually the text box to be at the back of something, I want to bring it to the front, you can use forward. Forward, bringing it forward is simply saying just go one step to the front. To the front, ignore everything else and come to the front. Backward, again, one step back. To the back is to the very last back, the very end. Okay. Then align to page. By clicking on align to page, what you're saying is, okay, I don't want the alignment to be inside the text box. I want it to be to the page. Okay. So top, you see the text box has gone to the top. Middle, it comes to the middle between the top and bottom, right? Bottom, it goes to the bottom. Center alignment, it comes to the center of the page between left and right. Around it, play around it. Don't just stay stuck. Play around these things. Okay. Okay. I hope you can still hear me. Okay. So upload is where you come to, when you want to upload particular element, let's say a picture, a video, audio, that's where you come, to upload it, and this here you find all that you have uploaded. Okay. It's slow, otherwise I'll show you. Using AI. Let me just upload this photo. Okay. So if you see under the upload, you have record yourself. You can actually record yourself and things of the pop up, right? Okay. So this is where you see all the photos you've uploaded. When you click on videos, it brings out only the videos you've uploaded. You click on audio, it brings out these are all the videos that I have uploaded. Okay. Draw, when you want to make some sketches and stuff, you just come to use the draw, and it's supposed to bring out a pen or some pens here that you can actually use. Project is where you come to see your existing projects. Then you have photos, videos, pixels, and stuff, right? So when you come to apps, apps are third-party apps that have partnered with Canva. Okay, so with apps, you are able to extend the functionality of your Canva design tool or your Canva account, right? So you see DALI here. DALI is for image generation, imagine same thing. Image media. So like you have different things. Even if you want to connect your Google Drive, so that it will be easy for you to move files from your Google Drive to your Canva design, you can also connect that. You have your YouTube, so that you can just post directly to YouTube or extract something from YouTube. Okay? That's basically that with the Canva interface. Of course, whatever element you click on your design, in your design, right, it has its own unique set of settings. Again, for a start, for a beginner, my advice is, while it's good to start playing around with new designs, okay, it's good, or it's fine to just go grab a template and start working with the template. That's why they created Canva. Okay, so now let's just edit this design. Okay, one thing I like to do is I like to stick to certain particular colors. Okay, remember yesterday we talked about the emotions, that color theory, the fact that the colors evoke certain emotions, right? And then we also talked about the principle of contrast, right? Now you can see here contrast was used between the heading and the subheading, and then the date and time. You see, the heading is one color, one size. Other pictures are, different color, different size. Again, trying to create contrast. This is a live webinar about this on this day at this time. You see that chain? It's telling a story. It's communicating a message, right? Then, of course, here is telling you, don't get it twisted. This is not a pre-recorded session. It's going to be a live webinar. You see, the use of red here now, it makes that live streaming stand out, right? It creates that contrast, right? So you see why it's good we had that first session we had yesterday, right? So let's create a webinar for this bootcamp we are currently on. Now, I'm going to say the assignment for tonight is going to be simple. Design and send on the group. Now, between today, since this is a free bootcamp, between today and Wednesday, sorry, not Wednesday, between today and Sunday, that's 12 a.m. on Sunday. Okay, as from Saturday into Sunday, at 12 midnight. Okay, whatever design you send on the group, whatever design you send me, I'll give you my time and attention, and I'll help you correct it. Okay, after Sunday or on or after Sunday, please. I may not be able to. I have other bootcamps I have to also start preparing for, and other engagements as well. Okay, and I mean you're all not, the majority of you here are nurses, so you know how thing is, right? So let's see. Let's quickly design this now, right? Today graphic design. Okay, so you see now with this my text here is too big. One thing I can do is I can highlight the entire thing, or Control A to highlight everything. And I can reduce the size. Again, you can just come here and enter the figure, or you can use plus, minus, and what have you to modify the figure as you want. Okay, so 50, I want it to be 50. Okay, to the graphic design bootcamp for medics. I want this medics to be in a different color to be in. So all I need to do is, all I can do is, what I can do is highlight it, just the medics, come to text color and red. Let's see that it's, yeah, that's fine. Another thing I can do is I can come to elements, right? Come to elements, bring in a shape, see shapes, or I can just come to set elements. Okay, I'm thinking of a square, right? Or rectangle, rectangle. Okay, so shapes, see this shape here. This is actually a square graphic. Okay, this is actually a square though, but it's editable. Now, when this box here, right? Let me this box here. You see that the edges, it has this white, thick white, aside from the lines around it, it has this thick white border at the edges, right? Now, anywhere you see that, it means you can use that to modify the size. You understand? You can just, it means you can grab it. Okay. There are certain elements like the graphics that may not have it. They may not have this on the side. It may be at the four corners, but they may not be on the sides. Okay, you see, I can just grab that budge on the side and drag and modify as I want. You understand? However, there are some graphics, there are some elements that you won't be able to do that with. Okay, so let's see. Let me adjust this. Um, One thing you can do when you're designing, especially for those that are using their phones, is when you're designing with your phone, right? Let's say you want to just shift it above your hand. Maybe you have big hands like me, and as you're trying to use your finger to position it, or you're using your mouse to not really position. One thing you can do, if you're using a keyboard, you can just use the arrow to the left, to the right, top, down, to make the adjustment, micro adjustments you want. Okay, but if you're using your phone, when you tap on the element like that, at the bottom, you will see where they have nudge. Nudge, nudge. Okay? Let me just type it out. Uh, yeah, so N, new tab. Okay? So Nudge, nudge, right? When you see nudge, nudge means you can, it's going to give you arrows up, down, left, right, which you can use to, make micro adjustment. Just tap on it, it will move one pixel. Understand? So I'm just using Control Z to to undo my last work, or you can just come here, this undo, this is redo. Okay, so you see, I just put that box under it, and you see it has created a nice contrast. And what I want to do here is I want to change that medic from red to white, and then I want to change that box under from blue to red, just to create more contrast, right? So you see, graphic design bootcamp for medics. Here we're going to say learn what it means. It's usually captivating visual media, right? So I learned this from this class. Okay. So I am going to increase the font size of this. We use 20. I'm going to bring it up a little, that it doesn't have too much. Remember, we talked about relationship yesterday between between elements, right? So this is a heading, this is subheading. Subheading shouldn't be too far away from the heading, right? So I'm going to make this bold just so that it's more visible. Then so you see there are certain lines. You see this line that is coming. You can see this line that is coming up. That line is, that red line is simply saying, okay, look, oh, you are getting too close to the edge. Remember your white space. That's the purpose of that line there. See, it's around the design, right? So try to keep your work inside that as much as possible. But you can still as much as you want. But again, that's just to help you out, right? Now, yeah. So let's see. Friday, this June. Into my number here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I'm going to change this Martin to UV, enter RN. Okay, now to change this photo, all you need to do is you can just click on it and use your delete to remove it. Okay, and you see this was a frame. Remember, I explained what frames are, right? This was a frame that that photo was in. So now I'm just going to bring a photo of mine. We will have a photo here. It seems like I don't have any photo on this account. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this in. You see, I just clicked it and the photo came here. Another thing you can do is you can just drag. Remember, I was saying drag and drop, right? Not drag and drop. Even from your desktop, you can just drag and drop, right? So let's change this Friday, this 1st March 2024 at 7 p.m. Nigerian time. So I'm going to change this to my brand color. Okay, let's use blue as the brand color for this particular brand. So you see this particular shape now, this circle shape here has, it has brought up 3 colors. There are certain colors that are gradients, certain elements that are gradients in color, right? So you can just choose the color and use blue, red, and white, right? So I want to turn this a little. You see this circular, this arrow in circle, just tap it and you can rotate, the elements, right? So yeah, changing this also to blue, red, white, blue, giving that to white, red, blue. Now, in just a few minutes, we've been able to create this. Magic. Okay. So you see, colors are already there, right? They are there. It's just for you to know how to combine colors and know how to utilize colors so that you know how to utilize colors so that you're able to communicate effectively. You don't have colors that are not, that are making your work need to be visible, making certain elements that the text need to be clear and blah blah and all those things. You understand? So make sure that your element, and you see we have enough white space here so that there's a distinguishing between these sets of elements here that okay, this is a together or it's a 2 days boot camp. Okay, we actually put 1 day. Okay, so let's change that to 2 days, right? So this is 1st to 2nd March 2024, right? So yeah, okay. So like I said, assignment for tonight is design something, send it on the group. Let's design something, send it to the group. Let's, okay. We've got design the template now. I'll still take it. Okay. I'm gonna send the link to a short video I made on how to generate images with AI. That's in Canva. You're using the AI generated Canva. Okay. So I see there are some persons that have raised up their hands. I'm going to ask questions. Okay. So yes. Allow me easy. You can unmute yourself and ask your questions. Allow me easy. Are you there? Allow me easy. Are you there? Okay. There was someone else that had raised. Who was it? We wishing you were doing this become presentation from India. Actually, yes, I wish I was in India doing this presentation. This network is just so bad, it's just so bad. Right? Yes. Okay. My phone is hanging. I'm not seeing what you're doing. Like, my system just so I am sorry about that. But again, I'll try and make it available as soon as possible. Okay. So anyone with any questions? Right. Any questions? Okay, it's time for us to ask our questions. Anyone have any questions? Can you all see hear me? Okay. So I see there's no one has any questions right now. Yeah, if you have a question, you can just unmute yourself and ask. Okay. While okay, Mete, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay. Uh, Faith says thanks for the lecture. I'm sorry about the network. Yeah. I would like to ask why you did your mobile device. Okay. I'm guessing you mean why I didn't use mobile device for this training. Actually, the reason is because using a PC will be easier, for sharing and all of those things. But if you want me to use mobile instead, I can make the recording for mobile instead. Yeah, no, I think that'll be possible tonight itself. I can actually do that. Okay, tonight itself, I'll try and make sure recording instead. Okay. How did you insert image? Inserting, okay. What you do is you can click on the image and position is where you want. Say for instance, inside that frame. Okay, let me grab another image so that we see what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, sure. Can you imagine? I'm not even presenting this. Yeah, just okay, give me a moment. Let me just answer muted everyone. Oops. Okay, Hassan now unmuted. Okay. Hassan, give me a moment. Let me unmute you. No, you should be able to unmute. You can unmute yourself actually. Hassan, try unmuting yourself, please. Yeah, please. Um, oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, Hassan, you can try unmuting yourself now.
Yeah, I've unmuted myself. Good evening. Yeah,
Good
thank
evening.
you for the lecture.
You're
My
welcome.
question is regarding the assignment you gave yesterday on us. There, like you asked, we create a Canva account and we try like to create something from it. Like I'm
Yeah.
into this network telecoms this business. Like I made the Airtel, Glow, and data prices. Like for me, like, I want
Right.
to do something like that. How do I go about it? Like to make it more clearer and let it be more bold, because the one I did
Okay.
yesterday was not that clear. I made it so that I can at least now see it and then explain to me
Yes.
where I
Okay.
have to touch and correct
But
myself.
yeah. Okay. So I actually meant to use make reference to that. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay. It was a good attempt. I have to say. I have to admit, it was a good attempt. Now the issues I have with that design. If you can just give me a few minutes, let me just move it to my PC. Right? Just give me a few minutes. Right. Where is it? I am on the group now. I'm on the group now. Yes,
Yes.
I am sharing it
Mm.
And
now. Does anyone have any other
does
question to
anyone
ask, please?
have
Yeah, sir.
do you
If
have
you have a question, you can go ahead while I just
It's about
transfer this.
my I can't sign in with my PC. Like if I click sign in,
You can sign it with
I
your what?
I can't sign in with
Hmm.
my PC. When I click sign in, if I click continue with God or my email, if I put my email, it will load. It will not show me anything. It will say that we are
That must be a
having
network.
issues on like I can't sign in.
uh,
No, that's a network. That's a
so
network. That's a network.
that
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So I should sign in using my email because I click continue with it will just show me there
yes.
will show a empty blank
Yes.
space.
If you don't,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I am
Okay.
problem. Okay. So here's the thing.
So
About this design, I'm trying to move it to my PC, but it's taking me longer than it's supposed to. Okay, so I'll just explain it here. Or let me answer, let me take all the questions in the group. Please just drop your questions in the group. Right? The place where I am having this meeting, the office is about to lock up. Okay. So give me by 9 p.m.
so
I'll be back on the
if
group, that on the
by nine
WhatsApp group
that
with all the
that
answers to your questions. Okay.
all
So
the answers.
please
Okay.
Okay, sir.
thank you for
So
embracing
please
the yes, please bear with me. Yeah. Thank you very
Hello,
much.
hello, good
yeah.
evening.
Thank you very much.
Hello, good evening.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah. The question I was asking, I want to ask the question about how to insert image into your design. So I don't know how to do that using the PC.
How to insert image.
How to insert image? Like you
Okay.
don't want the image on the template and you want to insert your own. So how do you insert yours
Yeah.
into the design?
Yeah. So what you do, you come to your uploads. Come to uploads. You can see my screen, right? You come to
Yes.
uploads. Then you can click on upload files. See upload files here. You can click on upload files, and it will show you a pop-up of the file manager where the thing is come up, where you are meant to choose a particular image to upload. Okay, so upload file is going to bring this up, right? Now, when it brings this up, all you need to do is go to the folder where you have the image, and then select the image and that's it. Okay. Another thing you can do is you can just go to where it is on the desktop device and just drag it and just it. That's another option. So when you bring it into your device like this, all you need to you see as all its edges have that form of about, right? So you just make the necessary title at the center. That clear?
Um, that
Okay, let's
interface
do this.
question.
At the when I'm recording the session, I will make sure to emphasize that. I'll try to explain that a little better. Okay,
All right, thank you.
great. Thank you very much. Okay, everyone. With that, we call it a night for tonight. I am. With that, we call it a 9:49. Thank you very much. We bring our 2 days bootcamp to a close. Okay. It's been a pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you, get to connect with you, getting to grow with you. Yes, once again, I'll encourage you guys to join Health Expert. It's a community of healthcare professionals growing their tech competencies. We hold trainings like this usually every week, but for the past couple of weeks, I've not been able to have our meetings. So that's why we had this boot camp, and then this month we'll be having a few more. We have quite a number of boot camps coming up. We're trying to make it every 2 weeks. Okay, masterclass boot camps. The next one is going to be on web design, or either web design or Google Suite. While either one will come first, while the second comes next. Okay, so yeah, with that, my pleasure, my pleasure. Okay, with that, we call it a 9. Thank you very much. You can expect the